Out to the pleasant tunes of Patsy Cline, and she is the best-looking 95-year-old I've ever seen if her biography is to be trusted. And now we got more problems at ringside.
And Joe, I'll tell you, look at those games. And that lady that was coming up to her is about 195. So
Stop it.
It's a good thing that... look at the gams on her, Joe. Just look at that. She could stop a trolley.
I'm not even sure what gams are. Who says gams anymore?
Now that is a specimen. Not this dame, this broad that she's going to be in there in the ring with.
Thunderkitty, I guess a product of the Roaring 20s. Trained Mildred Burke and June Byers. Rode the roads with Slave Girl Moolah. Hey! Great to see her back at PCW. Angel Dust!
Hey yourself, Joe Dombrowski.
Great ovation for Angel Dust, her first time in PCW since the month of October, I believe. She faced Marty Bell in the first women's match in PCW back at Revengeance, and fans have been requesting Angel Dust back ever since, and it's great to see her back in Turner's Hall. What a test she has, though. We're talking about a contrast of styles, contrast of lifestyles, ring styles, all of the above. Thunderkitty and Angel Dust are very different entities.
Well, Thunderkitty is definitely the more experienced of the two, having trained all the names that you mentioned earlier.
And how experienced is she?
Well, she's so experienced that Lou Thez actually learned his Thez press from her. Carl Hackenschmidt and George Gotch, the brothers of Carl Hackenschmidt and George Gotch, or George Hackengotch and Carl Schmidt, all of them. Oh, excuse me.
What are you talking about?
But you know what? I'm happy to see Thunderkitty, first of all.
That wasn't even close to a sentence.
All those names I mentioned are legit. She told me so, and I believe her.
I don't think there's anybody in the history of civilization that has had the names that you just rattled off.
I'm pretty sure at least a few have. And she told me that she is going to take down Angel Dust like the stock market crashed in the 1920s. Whatever year that was. I wasn't around then.
It's 29.
That's right. No, I'm 33.
Well, and somehow the alleged 95-year-old looks better than you.
Well, she does look great, I'll tell you. I happen to know she gets a malt every single day. She goes to the 5 and 10. That's actually where her job was before the world of professional wrestling. I bet you didn't know that, man that claims to know everything.
No, I did not know that. I did not know of her history at any 5s and or 10s.
And she did an exclusive tour of Constantinople as well, actually.
Did she?
Yes, she did. She wrestled the George Schmidt guy that I mentioned earlier.
Schmidt.
Georgette Schmidt was actually his sister.
I see. Wonder if she knew Gavin's dad, George Glass, calling a tie up as Thunderkitty, backing Angel Dust into the corner when we get a clean break. We did.
Now, is this match contested under 1920s rules?
What does that mean? Curfew?
Well, it would actually mean that they would actually be subservient. Well, not Thunderkitty, but Angel Dust would be subservient of the man.
So, well, I mean, they have to listen to the referee. Is that what you mean?
Well, not quite. Look at the style. Thunderkitty actually perfected that style. You see how she got in deep there, ready for the lockup.
I see.
She gave me her full bio earlier.
And I bet that was just a rip-roaring good time.
Well, she actually had it out on a typewriter. So
that's pretty high class for her.
Well, she's a modern woman, Joe.
Is she?
Absolutely.
She's a woman of the new century.
She absolutely
20th
is.
century.
Well, that's a century.
Angel Dust breaking the grip.
Our favorite shows include the Dick Van Dyke Show, Lawrence Welk.
Basically anything not in color, right?
Well, you know, Joe, in this society, we really shouldn't see things in color. Everything's a gray area.
You think...
well, especially if you're colorblind, actually.
You think that's somebody else. You think that yellow on Angel Dust is upsetting the the eyes of Thunderkitty, since she sees the world in black and white.
Well, actually, in 1920s rules, she would. This match actually must not be under that. In 1920s rules, you were not allowed to wear the colors yellow, pink, purple, or blue.
I see.
Told me that as well.
Go behind. I think Angel Dust is probably one of the most underrated female athletes in all of America. Would you agree with that?
Well, she's definitely, made a name for herself, but some people have said she's women's wrestling's best kept secret, and obviously hoping to make that secret known here in PCW.
One count only. Thunderkitty was victorious in her PCW debut in a mixed tag team matchup. Her and Nate Matson, the surliest individuals I could ever think of, were able to defeat Sean Phoenix and Jocelyn.
Why are you so mean, surly?
They're angry at everybody that's young and hip and, with it.
It does not get younger or hipper than Thunderkitty.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
President Taft's favorite wrestler, I'll have you know.
When's the last time you talked to President Taft?
I actually have never gotten to meet Mr. Taft. I have used Herbert Hoover's vacuum cleaners, though, president and entrepreneur.
I give up.
See, and she's admonishing the referee. See, that's what I told you earlier. A modern woman, she will not stand.
Well, she just paid for it now inside Cradle for 2. Thunderkitty almost was her own demise that time. Backslide. Angelus couldn't get the bridge up that time. Head of steam. Sunset flip. Kitty's over. No. Thunderkitty is looking for some salvation.
Well, she's going to need a timeout right now. She's going to need about... See, if she would now, if Angelus would let her have that timeout, she wouldn't be in the predicament she's in right now.
The most resourceful of perhaps all of the, as Thunderkitty would call it, girl wrestlers.
Well, she is bit. Girl wrestlers. No, she didn't tell me that. I didn't think she talked to you.
Well, I do my research.
I tried to get research on Angel Dust. She actually told me to go away.
Okay, that seems accurate. I think she researched you then.
Well, I'm going to take that as an insult. That's your first strike. You went a long way before you got your first strike.
Trust me, I got a lot bigger problems than other than you, as much as that may bruise your ego. And Thunderkitty again taking issue with the official, and Angel Dust with a roll up here. Angel Dust trying to catch Kitty out of nowhere, but Thunderkitty buries the foot to the midsection. Ouch.
What would a win for either of these women mean here in PCW, Joe?
Well, the PCW women's division is still in its early stages. We've seen, there's a cover here. 2 count only. We've seen Jocelyn. We've seen Laura Lovelace. We've seen a couple of other female talents come into PCW attempt to prove themselves. And certainly as the division continues to take shape, we're going to be looking at athletes like Angel Dust and Thunderkitty to be pillars of that division. And we want to determine who the best young female athletes out there are, and eventually, perhaps even crown a women's champion. So this is all about momentum and placement in the early going here, because if you can get on a hot streak, as we've seen earlier in the championship tournament with a guy like Nate Matson, Gary Jones Jr., if you can get a hot streak and build some momentum, when the time comes to really cash in, you'll be in a primo real estate location.
And that's definitely what everyone here in PCW wants. They want to be the best in their specific... Oh, geez, you showed the fire there from Thunderkitty laying in those forearms to Angel Dust.
Angel Dust going to respond in kind.
Well, now, there's no need for all that in the corner. She should break and give a clean exit there for Thunderkitty.
Angel Dust! I'll tell you what, she's undersized, but she knows how to use that body as an offensive weapon. She quickens that pace, that velocity on her side. It can do some damage, but apparently not enough to quell Thunderkitty.
Thunderkitty seems to be in firm control right now.
You think Nate Matson's watching Thunderkitty in the back?
Well, I think so. We did have a very enjoyable... we went to the malt shop, and we had some Schlitz beer.
There's a cover. Schlitz beer?
Yes, it's very popular. Actually, Thunderkitty brought it directly to the bar, believe it or not, and we were going to go again. We're going to invite you, but that strike, you're out now.
Was she upset? Speaking of strikes, was she upset when they made her go to the outside to smoke her Lucky Strike cigarette?
Well, actually, Actually,
Oh, Claude!
Joe, it's over. Somebody call the Von Erichs. It's over.
Shades of every Von Erich and a couple of Barons. Thunderkitty is tightening the grip on the skull, and all that pressure coming down on the brain of Angel Dust. The lights could go out here, and this thing could be over.
I believe this actually talked to her by Fritz Von Erich.
I'm not even asking what year. Angel Dust hammering away to get out of this. Desperation set in, and Angel Dust the Enziguri. They weren't doing that in the 20s, that's for sure. And who's going to get the advantage?
Well, Joe, this could be a situation where whoever can get to their feast first. Take two. Let me try that one again. Whoever can get to their feet first and get to their opponent get to really take the advantage and put this one away. So when I see Thunderkitty, Joe, I get so excited I get tongue-tied.
I understand, but I mean, I know you're a little smitten, but we got to move on here as Angel Dust switches directions midstream, and Thunderkitty's down, and look at the energy from Angel Dust. Long overdue return to PCW. Nice with the knees. And a hard boot right to the side of the face. Thunderkitty, she may have got hit in the eyes there. She's having trouble seeing at this point.
Well, she's going to have to turn around.
Cross body! Thunderkitty didn't see her in time, and a near fall.
Thunderkitty, not used to seeing people come off the top rope. Actually was illegal back in... Oh.
Well, talking about going to the eyes, that's the cheapest way possible for Thunderkitty, who's looking to steal an advantage here. Back suplex nicely done.
That could be it, Joe.
Into the cover. Could this be all? 2 and up. Now Thunderkitty's just getting frustrated.
Well, that's what you. Sometimes you gotta take that nice demeanor that you have, and you gotta throw it out the window, and you gotta lay the fist, Joe.
Thunderkitty looking for an opportunity here. I hear she dedicated this matchup to Toots Montt.
Well, here it comes. It's the trolley splash.
Oh, nobody there. And it might be a long trolley ride home for Thunderkitty as Angel Dust with a backcracker, and she beats her.
Here is your winner,
Angel Dust is able to overcome Thunderkitty. Man, she earned it too.
You know, an impressive showing. And I'll tell you, Toots Montt is not going to be very happy after the match dedicated to him. But an impressive victory, and you'd have to think that this is momentum for the women's division here for Angel Dust.
Absolutely. I think we'll be seeing a lot more of Angel Dust as we move on. And Thunderkitty, I'm sure we haven't heard the last of her as well.
Well, I certainly hope not.